Hello everyone and welcome back to Conquest, where today we are taking Asthosus as a whole. One sector remains, Inferno Bastion. I'm beating this today. I don't care how long it takes. I'm doing it. So, what are we going to do differently this time? I believe there has been some extra time added again to the waves in the beginning, which does give me more time to actually build some infrastructure, which will be good. So the first thing that I'm going to try is I'm going to try to do what I've done the entire time, just faster and with more time available now. I'll have more time to build some other infrastructure things like get the Vesmonium, get the Barite going, maybe get some Crosium as well, a lot faster, which means we can build up some more advanced turrets and get those ammoed up with something that will actually destroy everything instead of relying on skips for defense. And if that doesn't work, I am going to try to produce little tier 1 units as soon as possible and fly them up and around like I did last episode, and then just try to get to their tier 2 factories before they turn on. If we can do that, then we're going to have a lot more time to do infrastructure, which is always what's killing me. So let's give this a go. Yep, and it looks like we have 10 minutes. I believe it was 7. I could be wrong, though. Okay, you've probably seen this a million times, so let's get to work. Alright, so we are back. We have about a minute until the tier 2s get here, and as you can see, there's a lot more infrastructure here than I usually do. 2 Crosium infusers, they are not working because I don't have pressure. That was going to be the problem I solved next. Unfortunately, these guys have decided to show up, and you've probably seen that I had to go over here 3 separate times to get this thing working. That's not ideal because I built it wrong about 3 times. Not good, which means our Barite kind of not doing so hot right now. We are getting half of the barite we make over here as Vesmonium, and half of it is actual barite. Unfortunately, it hasn't been going into the core at all, and this is extremely slow, so that's not super ideal. And also, we now have these guys that are just going to sit here, so I'm going to see if I can bounce a skip over there to hit them. Good. Now they'll come over here and we can get rid of them, and it's about time we get an actual proper defense going, because, yeah, the air guys are getting here soon. So, what are we going to do for our defense this time? We have access to barite, we have access to Vesmonium, we will have access to Crosium once I get around to building the pressure, which I'm going to do right now as a matter of fact. But once we have this pressure, we should have an ample supply of Crosium, which we will use probably as either some ammo or to build turrets out of, or both most likely. But also, we do know that the Instaro is quite a good turret, especially if you load it up with Vesmonium, which we do have. Albeit it's not a lot, and I probably would want to priority flow that into defense, which I can do, but that may take a little bit of time to do, and of course we need to build the turrets up as well. So let's get this going first. There we go, good enough. And of course we are getting stormed by bugs because I don't have any defenses. Yes, that is not surprising at all. Okay, there we go. We now have Crosium, we now have Vesmonium, we now have barite. Let's defend. Okay, now I'm thinking since the Instaro has a pretty decent range, not really, this thing actually sucks. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, I'm going to put a couple over here and I'm going to load them up with Vesmonium. Probably manually for a little bit, just because I don't really have the time to move another drop point over here. Plus it's kind of risky because it might get destroyed. So let's just put one like here and then one there, and then we will have our menders like we usually do here and there. Yep, and if we do it like this, actually if we do it like this, we could put the drop point right in there, and that might actually be pretty good. Okay, let's do that. And we will want to send ammo over here as well. And truthfully, I may just send barite. Maybe that, you know what, that would just be better anyways if we just sent barite over here. So let's just do that, and then this will hopefully take care of the air units that have just started being produced. Now, I don't know what we're going to do about the tier 4s when they get here, because that's Still not going to be ideal. And unfortunately, the tier 4 factory is hidden behind some things. There's no way we're going to get to that. So that one's just going to have to be made all the time. But there is a chance that we could destroy these if need be. Now, I don't think we need to because we're currently doing okay. Oh, great. Look, okay, something got over here. Nice. Awesome. I was looking away for 10 seconds and something blew up. That's not surprising. It's almost like this entire sector is designed around that or something. Ha ha ha. Oh, and look, they're just gonna sit up here. Okay, so maybe I need to get some bug defenses like first. Yeah, that might be something that I need to do. Okay, that's completely my fault. I wasn't paying attention. But also, I really, really hate how they just constantly send the little core units. They do no damage, but they take forever to kill because they have so much health. Oh, and those guys send basically instantly. Good to know. Okay. Well, this run's cooked. I know what to do next time. I think I'm going to go ahead and make a tiny unit, fly it all the way around, and by all the way, I mean literally all the way over here, up here, around here, over this, and down to here. There aren't very many turrets. They won't be able to hit me if I sit out here. It's going to be very close, but I think there is a point of which that I can sit, and that would be right on top of this little guy right here. So if I do that, I can hit this one, and then I dip down and destroy the rest. I'm going to give that a try. Hopefully it works out, and hopefully we don't have to deal with these guys. Hopefully. And maybe also we can use those units to help us defend. I doubt it though, because tier 1s don't really do a whole lot. Alright, we're back. There's about 2 minutes left, and we have our first little tier 1. I don't even know what this thing is called. I'm not gonna lie. Parave? That sounds right. Oh, let's go. Okay, so I got my little Parave here. I see there's a bunch of the Bear bugs going in there. Hopefully the Instaro can take care of those guys. I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to ignore them. I'm going to hope I can make it in time. Can I take a shortcut? No, I cannot. So I have to go all the way around. Okay, well, we have about 1:30 to get there. Maybe I will make it. Maybe I won't. I actually don't know. It is quite far. So we do have to be a little careful around these turrets up here. We're going to have to be careful around all of the Varites that are going to be shooting as well. But you know the drill. Just don't get hit, lol. It's not that hard. Okay, anyways. Those got updated. Forgot about that, right. Yeah, Varites have, they got a little change recently that, they do that now. So that's not good. We will not be able to get around those very well. Now, will we? Okay, so this plan is now off the table. Great. Okay, let's see. Is there a way to do it? Yes, but no, because right there and all through up here is going to be impossible to traverse with the new Varite changes. So we have to figure out another way to get up there, or we have to scrap this idea. We have about a minute. Everything's on fire, and everything's going wrong, so I'm going to try to get this one up there. We're going to try it again, and we're going to see if we can get around the new Varites. If we can, we're good. If not, we're going to have to go back to the old method of just get as much stuff as possible, get your defenses in place, and pray, and then actually do it, you know, better this time, and maybe don't go down to the Vesmonium area on 3 separate occasions to try to fix it. That's the goal, at least. I'm just hoping that I can get around the Varites, though, because I don't want to have to restart this again, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to do that anyway, so that is why I am not spending a whole lot of time over at the defense. Currently, I am instead flying. And maybe we try to bait out some of the shots. Maybe that could be helpful. Okay, watch the ones down here. Those are the ones that are concerning. Okay, and it hit me again. Yeah, there is no chance that I'm going to be able to get around that. So that idea is off the table. Okay, let's go check. Maybe there is a way to get through this defense. We're not getting past those and hugging the wall with the skip, so that's not going to work. We can't go this way. That would kill us as well. We may be able to avoid prejects, but the Verite basically cover this entire side, so we would have to hug the Concite, and that's not going to work. And obviously, we can't go this way because the Verites shoot you basically instantly now. They don't have the traveling bullet, and we won't be able to go this way either because there is no way we're going to make it across that space. Even as I was moving, it still hit me. So we're going to have to do the old build as much resources as possible trick and then just pray that it works. And truthfully, we do not have a whole lot of time. We don't have our infrastructure in place to do much. Where are you going? I don't know. Probably down to the Barite to destroy it, even though it's already gone. I think it's just time that we restart for the third time, do it really well, get a lot of resources really quickly, build up defenses, and just pray we make it. Alright, we are back. They just started being produced, and if this is anything like last time, they're going to come over here as soon as they can. So let's get everything prepped right now. I'm going to build just the one of them. We don't have enough Fahrenheit for this because we really don't have a way to get more, so yeah, this is not super ideal, is it? I'm going to build the one. I'm going to do the old Crosium thing with a Crosium belt and an unloader just so we can have ammo for this. I am loading this with Vesmonium. I do not care at all. This has got ammo. I'm going to build another one. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do something like this to get this kind of situated, but I don't think we have the Fahrenheit for this. Yeah, no, we don't. So let's just continue building and pretend like it's going to be fine, even though we know it isn't. And also we got more bugs coming. We have, I think, yeah, 3 Instaros now, and it still really isn't enough. I need to get them over here, but it's just quite difficult to do that when you've got bugs attacking you every 6 seconds. Luckily, they are getting destroyed, so that's good, but we are continuously losing pressure lines. We need to get defenses up here. Bugs have escalated as well, so we're going to have to just keep fighting and fighting until they go away, which they just keep coming. Okay, here come the air guys. I knew this would happen. The Vesmonium Instaro did literally nothing. That's impressive. I am very impressed that they managed to do quite literally nothing. I thought you guys were good. I guess not? Do they just not feel like working today? All of that prep work, all of that just to build these 2 Vesmonium Instaro, and still nothing. That's embarrassing. That's frankly pathetic, really. How is a Vesmonium turret doing that little damage to tier 2s? And now we have to go throw in more turrets up here that I can't afford because we don't have Vesmonium. And it looks like they're just going to keep pushing this time instead of strategically waiting like last time. So I'm never going to get a break. I'm just going to have to keep shooting these guys until they die. Or I have enough Vesmonium, not even Vesmonium, Fahrenheit, the base resource, to fix this. You think we have enough time to build something over here? Maybe. How about, I don't know, a Myriad? Does Myriad shoot Vesmonium? Good, let's put it down. Where are we going to put it? I don't know, maybe back here. Oh, and they're going straight for the Vesmonium that's completely undefended, and I can't really do much about that because I would rather survive. That's on fire, and I can't do anything about it. We're going to have to repair. We're going to have to fix that anyways. So if I cut it out, I'm going to have to rebuild it, but I don't have anything to do that with, so we're just going to have to let it burn. Fantastic. There goes a bunch of lithium, a bunch of stuff that we don't have access to repairing yet, and I can't do anything to fix it. And we can't build anything else over here because the lithium is gone. That Myriad was cleaning those bugs out. Maybe we just rush Myriad. Instaro, you are now demoted from my new favorite turret to you still suck. Congratulations. Is this recoverable? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, right, and yeah, I forgot. There's still a couple of these guys up here. Okay, yeah. I know my mistake. It was trusting in the fact that Instaros would do something. Newsflash, they don't. Myriad for life. Myriad, you are my new favorite turret. Yep, okay, that's definitely the play. That thing is destroying everything. If I put like 2 of them down, it would be game over for the bugs. And for the air guys, that's going to solve our problems. Great. Let's fix everything because it's literally all broken. Do I have enough resources to do that? No. It might be time to just ignore the barite and go straight for Vesmonium because we don't need barite to build myriads, and we don't need barite to do anything else because the reason I was trying to get some was to use the Instaro. Why don't we just simply not do that? Myriads are cheaper and more effective anyways. What's the point of even having you? Instaro. Literally, what's the point? There goes the ammo line. Honestly, this isn't recoverable anyways. I'm just wasting time. Let's restart and do it better next time. Again. Alright, we are back. The tier 2s have just begun escalating and they will be showing up shortly. Now, another thing to note. The bugs have decided not to really show up very much, so they're either down here destroying lithium land, that's correct, or they just decided not to show up at all. Now it looks like these guys are currently en route to the bottom of my base, so I need to intercept them before they light the lithium on fire for the 18th time and get me super angry because the lithium always lights on fire. Wow, did you even see that? That spontaneously combusted out of literally nothing, but we now do have myriads with Vesmonium as ammo. Now, as you can see, it's obviously manually loaded at the moment. That's because I don't really want to dedicate an entire line of Vesmonium in case it gets blown up. I need to make sure that the bugs are going to die first. Looks like they are, but I'm just going to be extra careful because I'm not going to waste Vesmonium like that because eventually we're going to run out. Let's see if these couple of guys can take this out. It looks like they can. That's good. I also went ahead and put Depulse here so we can shove them into the corner and then blow them with the Myriad. Apparently you can cool these with the tetrafluoride. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay. I don't even think the game ever tells you you can do that, but I guess you can do that. But yeah, it looks like the bugs are getting destroyed, so that's good, and I'm hoping the air units will also get destroyed as well. So yeah. You know what? I'm pretty confident that the Vesmonium isn't going to be a problem, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this is going to work. I hope it will. I think it will. Why are you going that way? It's because they think they can go that way. Not really a huge concern. And it looks like they did not last. Perfect. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. We just need to make sure that we're making enough ammo to supply this, because it looks like the Vesmonium is not being made fast enough, so we may have to go get that upgraded. You know what? Let's just do that. We're not really using barite right now. Let's just reroute this one that is currently making barite and put that back into Vesmonium production. We have some time to think for once. What on earth do I do now?
I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
Do we try to expand, or do we upgrade our defenses further? Because, like, if we could figure out a way to expand over here, we would open up a whole bunch more opportunity to work with. But, again, I don't want to split our focus too much because that would be detrimental. So we're going to have to figure out the best course of action here. And it might actually be to somehow get Vesmonium over here and defend the bugs. So then we would unlock some extra obsidian area. We may have to figure out a way to get some more lignite and then come down here again and then use this. But how are we going to power it? That's the question. We may just have to throw in a bunch of those solar panel schematics, and that is not super cool, but it may have to be the best option, which, yeah, it might just be. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go down there and see if I can clear them out. We would have to defend this, though, which is the problem, but we're making Vesmonium over here because that's kind of the goal, you know? Maybe. You know, we may just have to throw in the smallest, worst Dresden Crucible ever, and then just pray that we build up enough things to make an averse some point in the future. That's a lot of Dresden that we just don't really have, you know? Plus it's gonna... Oh man, this is rough, bruh. You know, yeah, there's red sand right here. I didn't even think of that. Hold on. I may have found the solution to all of our problems. Red sand filtering. Why did I not think of this before? Because I'm stupid. If we just put down 2 red sand filters, we would have to mine up a bunch of red sand in the middle. That may take up a lot of space, but we would get extra Fahrenheit, extra Dematite. We can use those for unit production. Lignite, which we need to get more Vesmonium, which we can cargo ship down to that little area. And we'll get sand. We'll just trash that. Plus purified water, which we can trash by putting it into all of the turrets we have. That is a genius idea. Let's do that instead. You know, if you get tunnel visioned on doing one specific thing in this sector, it will really ruin your day. So yeah, definitely think outside the box on this one. Can confirm. You know, I'm saying that, and I don't even know if this works yet, so maybe I should like shut my mouth until I know that it is actually functioning. It looks like this thing, it does void the purified water, which is actually kind of nice, but I am going to use it for cooling because why not, right? And also I can use them for billow because that will also increase the damage that these things are doing, which would be great. All right, but there we go. Now we can filter these item outputs. That will be pretty easy. We just use a inverted and a normal filter. We only let out lignite and we let everything but lignite out over on the other side. This will go down to lignite land and this will go back to the core. All right, so that should make that cargo drone at some point in the future. And now I need to go get rid of the units down at the bottom. We do have about 7 minutes until tier 4s are being made, in which case we're going to have to upgrade. I might just get a Typhoon or 2, but maybe if we have Dresden by then, I can throw down something good. We won't have Dresden by then. Who am I kidding? That's not going to happen. But we can get away with some more Vesmonium, which is nice. Let's do that. Turns out you kind of need lithium for a lot of these things, so let's just go upgrade that. Okay, so we do have some stragglers going down there because they found it. Hopefully that myriad can hold out. I'm going to have to get another one down there. Okay, so it is holding out, but those things are strong for one. Yeah, not ideal. Okay, we also probably need to deal with that. All right, now the real question is, do we even have enough power to do this? No. Let's throw down the solar panel schematic. All right, there we go. Now we have ample power. We're making our Vesmonium. We will have to deal with barite down here later, but that will happen later. All right, and there we go. That is our Vesmonium upgraded substantially. Now I don't really have to worry about using too much of it. Good. Okay, that's upgraded. Let's go ahead and upgrade our defense because tier 4s will be arriving shortly. And by upgrade, I mean basically just throw down a bunch more myriad, maybe a couple Typhoons in the mix just because we can. And you know what? A Syntakes would also be kind of nice because it'll slow things down. And I'm not too worried about the bug front, so I may just throw down one more myriad and call it a day over there. I'm mostly concerned about the air units, which they don't have a path to get over here, so I think we're going to be fine. Yep, and I did realize I did not get any more barite just yet. I will go do that later. For now, let's just get this going, and I might also just want to get the Dresden Crucible cooking early. Actually, yes, let's do that. That makes a whole lot of sense. Let's get our Dresden Crucible going. Heating this is not going to be fun. Here's one thing that I've noticed about this. This planet is super hot. You can tell because there's lava everywhere, and yet we do not have a way to use that lava to make power or make heat. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Let's get Dresden going. Well, this thing needs a lot of heat, and guess what we don't have any of? Yep, that is right. No lithium to make solar panels to make the heat. Oof. And yes, the tier 4s are now under construction. The tier 5s will start in 23 minutes, and we are going to die a very painful death very shortly. But I mean, once we get a Commodite over here, it's not going to be a problem at all, because we can just run this off Vesmonium and destroy everything ever, so that's fine. Also, I did realize, oh my god, I could have looted that core and gotten so much stuff. Wow, I should have done that. Okay, I mean, I'd have to walk all the way around to get to it, and I can only carry 30 at a time, so it's not really worth it, but that's a lot of free stuff in there. And there we go, we are getting our first pieces of Drayston. Good. I'm going to save up for a Commodite, and that's the first thing we're making because there is no way I'm losing this now. Nope. We're in a good spot. I think we can actually do this. We just need to make sure our defense is up to the task. Now, if I put it over here, I could hit both of the sides, but I kind of wanted to prioritize the air unit, so maybe I'll put it, like, over here. Yeah, let's do that. What? How did that happen? Something got through? Oh, I know what it was. The little bug's over here. Yeah. Nasty little trick. Nasty little trick. Let's take care of that problem once and for all, shall we? I never want to have to deal with that again. Yep. Okay. Hello, Skip. Would you like to shoot straight down? That sounds like a fantastic idea. Yeah, there we go. That should take care of that problem. Let's get rid of these other two bugs that have decided to spawn in. Now, I don't know how many it was to get this to 150, so we're just going to go with 8. I think that'll be fine. We don't really have the stuff for this, but I don't really care. And we're going to have to move this Typhoon up by 1 so I can get this ammoed. And also, where are the tier 4s? Okay, there they are. They're just going to... Looks like they're going to build up an army of 4 of them. Not super ideal for me. I think my defense should be able to take them out considering this Commodite exists. Ah, looks like my little unit got blown up, so we gotta rebuild that. I was wondering why this all stopped being produced. Yeah, it checks out. There's no cargo drone because it got blown up. Yeah, that might continue to happen, and that's not great, so I'm gonna leave that plugged in. Also, let's figure out a way to place down the assembly, and I put them down there. That's not a horrible idea. You know what? Let's just do that. And I can put the cumulative one somewhere down here and defend it with my life. That makes sense. All right, here come the tier 4s. I knew they would. Okay, we are almost done with the barite, so I'm hoping I can get this built and then respawn at the core to check. I don't think we have a whole lot of build time left, so oh my god, maybe we do. I need to get over here. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Am I gonna have enough time to build this thing? Probably not. Hurry it up, please. It's not plugged in, it's not plugged in, it's not plugged in, it's not plugged in. And there we go. Okay, respawn at the core. Let's watch these guys get obliterated, hopefully by the Commodite. They're getting shoved into the corner, which is great because that means they can't do anything. I think we are going to be perfectly fine. For now, of course, we need to build more Commodites, but I would rather have the constituent first. I realize I may have made a tactical mistake by placing this here. The stupid trees may be blocking my way. There may be a lot of cargo drones involved in the creation of these averse, I won't lie. Alright, well, we got a little bit done. I've got lodestone in, I've got crosium in, I got lodestone in, I got a little bit of pressure. Actually, the pressure's all the way done. And I am cannibalizing the nitrogen from over here. I don't really think it's going to matter too much as long as it's filled up at some point. Why is it still going down? Does this thing use nitrogen passively? That sucks. I can't believe that. Okay, that uses nitrogen passively. That's not great. So we need to get more nitrogen, but that requires us to get more obsidian. That's the problem. I think you can see the issue with more obsidian, so I think it might be time to move this defense over to here. Totally doable. We just need to get some Vesmonium from the core, build a similar defense to what we've got going on over here, and then we will just put down a cargo drop point for Vesmonium. You know, didn't mean for Crosium to come over here, but that will work, so I guess we'll leave it at that, but I'll switch it to Vesmonium for later. Okay, well, yeah, there we go. That should cover that. Now we can get more obsidian. How are we going to get more obsidian? We're going to pump some more water out of here. Where are we going to get the lignite for that? We should prioritize this because, let's be honest, we've got plenty of Vesmonium to go around, and we don't actually need very much for this. Maybe I just set up another one of these. Unfortunately, I did do this a little backwards, and now I have to jump start it. Oh, and we also have the Twants here. Think they'll make it this time? The answer may surprise you. No, they won't. Good. Alright, there's a whole bunch of obsidian. We can use that to get our nitrogen. Now, these things take 12, and this one will take a good old 6. That's 18. These make 12, so I need 2 of them. I need pressure and water. And you know what? I might want to just build a Verite just so I can have one, because I haven't used these in a while, and they got updated, so I'm just going to go build one. Yeah, that shoots way faster. Okay, so they are not going to be missing this time. They're going to be cooking just fine. Okay, good to know. And hey, guess what else we got here? We got some water cooling, courtesy of the red sand filter. All right, constituent is in. Okay, now we just have to get the resources over here. Are we actually going to be able to power this thing? No, absolutely not. Let's get some power schematics down. That thing sounds sick, by the way. The old sound was cool, but this is cooler. Okay, how are we doing on power? Still a little negative, but we're teetering, I'm gonna throw in one of these somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna put it though. Boom, there we go. Beat that. Okay, we have a little bit of extra power there now. I just gotta make sure this is connected to the grid. We are positive. Okay, see you in about 4 minutes when this reverse is made. I don't know where they have their reverse, but I'm a little scared, so I think it's time to continuously expand some more Commodites to make sure that they don't kill us. Yep, let's do it. If I can figure out a way to get around that, I might be able to do something there. Maybe I can take this out and come in from this side. We got a lot of project here, so that's kind of the issue, and I may have to just go for some Verite. Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to outrange most of this stuff, so I may just have to sacrifice one in an attempt to get this down. That's risky, and I don't really like that, but it may be our best option. And we ran out of lithium, not surprising at all. That's unfortunate. And the Commodites take lithium to build. Boo. Okay, fine. Is there a way that I can get their thing destroyed? I don't think so. I think I would get killed by the Verite before I get close enough. I could try, but... I mean, I'd survive, but it's still going to do so much damage. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'm going to try it. We're gonna take this one out there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and then we'll only have to fight 2, because they'll only be sending 2 at us instead of the usual 4. You know, actually, maybe I'll just try to go for this, and then take out their little factory, because if I can get this destroyed and go this way, there's only one Verite, so then I could just go up here, outrange the majority of this, and then just swoop in from the right, and I should be able to take this all out. Okay, so that thing continued from there. Okay, cool beans. We may just want to rush it. Yeah, that actually checks out. Let's go straight for the Verite. Okay, Verite's down. Let's get rid of these guys. And we are good. Okay, I just gotta stay... Oh, they found me. Yep, I knew that would happen. That's expected. I'm probably gonna lose this one, which is unfortunate. Maybe I can get the core down, though, beforehand? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, I'm gonna get cooked here. Yep. Control corruption. Can I get this core down? No? Wow, that's crazy work. Okay. We're only going to have to fight 2, though. That is good. Better than fighting 5. Here they come. Are they stuck on a tree or waiting? I don't know. They are blocking my exit, which is not super great. All right, yeah, we are now consistently building these guys. Okay, I'm going to try to go bait these 2 into the wall. Actually, let me build the rest of this first. Okay, yeah, there we go. And then we just run. Oh, right, yeah, they cause slow. I forgot about that. So we're going to just 1v1 each other until we both can't move. Who's going to win? Hopefully me, but... Yeah, actually it will be me, because now I'm in range of my turrets. Yeah, okay, that thing fell way faster than I thought it would. We just got to keep that up. Okay, let me get this guy healed up. All right, let's go get this other one baited in. Yeah, you know, it really is hard. I feel like I would win the 1v1, or maybe not, but it would be close. We'd either trade, or it'd be close enough that our defense would take it out in half a second. But they just don't seem to want to come over here on their own volition, which means we kind of have to just sit around and keep doing this, because they're probably going to bring another one over here the second that I do it again, which is not ideal. So I might want to go from this way also, so I don't have to deal with all these bugs. Alright, well, they got distracted, so that's good. So now I can go over here. We're going to have to take out all these bugs, which is a little not great. They kind of like to sit here, apparently. Let's get this core down. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do about it, but... Like, what are y'all doing, bro? Okay, so here comes the other reverse, and I am weaker than it, but that core's down. So I'm going to try to get out of here before it gets to me. Yeah, I really just called the horde in. Jeez, okay. I might lose the 1v1. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. Okay, I was about to say, saved by the bell, and then I think the residuals got me. Oh no, what if I sit here and let all my Commodites do the work, and it shoots at me and not my defense? Oh no. What will ever happen to it? Alright, yeah, that looks to be a pretty good destruction over here. I definitely can start reaching the top now. Let's clear out some of this area over here, clear out some of these turrets. And then, again, yep, just go clean up here, clean over here, cut off their factory. Now, they do have one unit, and it apparently doesn't really care that much that I'm doing this, which is fine by me, because I am here to destroy them. If they don't notice, then good. But yeah, we've got most of the turrets, so let's get these last two, and then we can push up. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Not good, not good, not good, not good. I may lose this one now. Not ideal? Not ideal at all. Yep, I'm gonna lose this one. Oh, that sucks. And it's right there, too. That's so annoying. Alright, let's try to get these syntakes out and the small factories destroyed because they're getting on my nerves. You know, I will say these bugs aren't the smartest. They're kind of running into the lava pools to try to kill me. That's not gonna work. You're just gonna sink. Are y'all good? Okay, well, we got another one here. I may just push up here, sacrifice this guy, and get all these stupid factories out of the way. Yeah, let's do it. I am sick of this. I don't want to see these anymore. I'm gonna get almost killed doing this, but it's going to be worth it. Actually, I didn't even get killed. I got away with that. Wow. Okay, well, let's try to get this Tralix destroyed. Okay, I may actually be able to make it over to their Tier 5 factory. It doesn't know I'm here. It's too late. I think it's too late. Yes. I am getting that Averse factory destroyed. I don't even want to see it anymore. Good riddance to you. I'm just going to start blowing things up. I'm honestly just going straight for it. I don't care. Straight for it. If I die, I die, as long as something gets destroyed. I think I got it. Surely, right? There's no way that's recoverable. Yep, it isn't. I cut off lodestone. Good. Lodestone's down, so they got about 2 more, or maybe even 0, because I think I cut the power. Or maybe most of the power. Yeah, that thing has slowed down significantly, so good. There's 1 of these left, and we just have the cores to deal with. I know there's one up here in this corner, there's one up here, there's one right where this guy is, and I think there's one... I actually don't know. That one counts? Huh. Okay, that is great. I just got sniped by the Variate and the Project, and I am almost dead. That is going to take a lot to get through. Okay, well, yeah, luckily we should probably just build up like 2 or 3 of them and then shoot from there. I'm going to try to clear out as much of the garbage that's currently sitting in the way, so then we can just run straight at it. I don't think I'm going to make it. I think it's going to clip me on the side here. Yep, that too. Alright, you think I can hit this core without getting destroyed in the process? Hopefully. No, I cannot. Maybe if I go up here. I think I'm hitting it? I can't really tell. Wow, they really did just push me out of the way? That's crazy. Okay, bro. Alright, core's down. Good. 2 left, and the derelict. Next up, over here. And this is great, because it's in the middle of the lake, and they will not be able to come over here and shoot me. Right, yeah, they have a project over here. Forgot about that. This one's gonna die, and I got stuck on a stupid tree again. Oh my god, first order business, they're all going. Every single tree flattened off the map. I am going to terraform this into a shrub planet. There's going to be bushes everywhere, and that's it. Alright, I might just run directly at it, try not to hit a tree, and then destroy the thing. That's probably gonna have... yeah, that's gonna have to do it. It's got force fields around it, which is not ideal, but as long as I can get to it... yeah, that'll do. Okay, back it up, back it up, back it up, because we got a bunch of the... Consites shooting at me. That's not great. They don't hurt because it's obsidian, but still. Goodbye. And now I might die to bugs. Alright, well, we are down to 2 cores left, and it is just this massive one over here. So do I want to face off against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects and 1, 2, 3 variates, or do I want to face off against 1, 2, 3... Projects and 1, 2, 3 Varites with a very conveniently placed active Dresden reactor. I think I know where I'm going. Oh, they got a Commandite over here. I forgot about that. Let's clear out some of these walls, and then we can get that destroyed. Or we just hit the pressure bomb right there, and maybe it'll blow it up. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, cool. Okay, well now that I've cleaned out literally the entire area up here, I should have a small enough foothold, or at least enough that I don't shoot anything else, to run at the wall face first, get blown up, but hopefully take out a little bit. That's kind of where we're at the moment. I may have to get a full health unit to do this, because otherwise it won't work, but we're going straight for this reactor, and we're going to hope we can hit it. I'm going to see if I can try to outrange some of this. The answer is absolutely not. That is never going to work, and you're going to die anyway to the project that's going to shoot you and obliterate you, but you can do a little bit of damage to the wall, and then realize there's a mender there, and all of that was pointless. Okay, I'm going to bring one over there. If one doesn't work, I'm going to get a second one, and we're going to bring 2 at a time. And if that doesn't work, we're going to continue to escalate until we are bringing 6 at a time and pushing the wall, and it all blows up in one go. Welcome back to attempt number 2 of Do You Think I Can Take Out Anything in This Defense Without Getting Blown Up Myself? The answer is probably, because I am doing some serious damage to these. Wow, that guy really did just put up the shield there and prevent me from doing that. That is the most insane play I've ever seen. I got one small Dresden wall. I think we're going to have to bring 2 of them. Alright, welcome back to Can I Destroy Some of This Wall Without Having to Get More Units? On today's episode, we have 2. I'm going to send this one right here, right into range of all the projects. And I'm going to go down here myself and shoot out the wall while not getting attacked. That did not go to plan. That thing's already dead. There's a Commandite there. Oh, please be able to get something. Oh my. Okay. I guess we're bringing 3 of them. Welcome back to another episode of Can I Take Out the Wall Today? This time I've got 3 of them, and I'm not going to control any. I'm just going to send them at it. And I'm going to hope that targeting this one specific Dresden wall, they will all decide this is the one that needs to be destroyed and take it out. Hopefully. We will find out. I'm sure. Yeah, because we are already taking some heavy damage. I do not have high hopes for this attack. Although, we did just do pretty good. Okay, take control, fly up this way, see if I can get the lightning bolts in. I cannot. Okay, but we did poke a hole in it, which means I can now fly up from this way and shoot the lightning bolts straight through this little thing and hit the Commandite and maybe even the destabilizer. Alright, you think I'll be able to hit the reactor without getting destroyed? I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a couple hits so I can see if I can get close enough to hit it. Oh, here we go. Okay, that is not the play. I need to shoot earlier. Assuming I don't die before I get here, I'm going to shoot some sparks in there. Yes. Okay, got one of the projects down. Good. We're making progress. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Attempt number 9. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did last time and hope for a different result. Oh, come on. We almost hit the reactor. Oh, wait. Yes! Let's go, dude. We hit the reactor. And that thing, it doesn't have pressure anymore, so I just need one more unit. We are going to waltz our way all the way over here. Well, if it isn't the last core of this entire planet, let's get rid of it. Alright, well I am going to watch this get blown up over here so I can see this entire base crumple. Asthosus has been defeated. Planet conquered. Boom, just like that. Asthosus is no more, and now I am the proud owner of the entire solar system for the 3rd time. Well, I guess this will be the 2nd time. And that is it for Asthosus. Overall, very, very fun mod. I had a great time playing it. It's very difficult, and I hope it stays difficult because that just makes it more enjoyable, you know? If everything was too easy, then it would just be a chore, but this is difficult, so it feels like you're doing something, you know? Well, that is going to be it for this episode and for this series. Stay tuned next week. There will probably be a channel update or something. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but we'll find that out later. That's going to be it for this series. Maybe I'll be back on Asthosus, though, or maybe be back on its moon. Goodbye.